Hello everyone, happy holidays, and welcome to the last episode of the Journal for 2009. I'm your host, Omar Eldib.
Happy holidays as well, and I'm your host Sal Monaco, and we are webcasting live from Centennial College, and we are really excited to be here today.
Guys, we have a great show coming up with lots of cool and interesting stories from our producing show teams.
Yeah, like stories about the ROM's crystal design, poet Rashid Hakim, the card organization that helps the disabled, choreographer Jennifer Abbey, a segment on winter care for dogs, a multi-city drumming event called The Big Beat, author Ted Barris, painters Sharon Lynn Wright and Ken Rostek, and a behind-the-scenes look at the music video featuring R&B singer Phil Anderson. Wow! That's a lot of stuff, Omar.
Jam-packed show. You know what you left out though, Sal?
What did I leave out?
We do also have a live performance from Vancouver native pop recording artist Barry Zito. Anyways, guys, in our first story in the Journal, show producer Mike Warner takes a look at the ROM and finds out more about the Michael Lee Chin crystal. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Michael Warner with the Journal. Recently I took a trip to one of Toronto's landmarks, the Royal Ontario Museum. While at the museum, I learned a little more about the exhibits and galleries on display, as well as learning about the museum's new addition, the Crystal. The Royal Ontario Museum, commonly known as the ROM, is the fifth largest museum in North America, containing more than 6 million items and over 40 galleries. It has large collections of dinosaurs, Near Eastern and African art, East Asian art, European history, and Canadian history. It also contains the world's largest collection of fossils from the Burgess Shale, which is mainly comprised of the Canadian Rockies. The fossils making up the shale collection are more than 150,000 in number. Originally, there were 5 major galleries at the ROM, one each for the fields of archaeology, geology, mineralogy, paleontology, and zoology. More recently, though, the museum has undertaken the Renaissance ROM project, which seeks to revitalize galleries and create bold new architecture. The Michael Lee Chin crystal is a direct product of Renaissance ROM. The crystal is the newest addition to the ROM, and many of the exhibits that once inhabited the older parts of the museum have been moved there. The crystal now contains galleries on the age of dinosaurs and the age of mammals, as well as galleries on the Middle East, Africa, and Pacific Asia. Lauren Schneider is a ROM spokesperson who can explain a little more about the Renaissance ROM project and the crystal.
We're standing in the James and Louise Temerty Gallery of the Age of Dinosaurs and the Reed Gallery of the Age of Mammals. And this is one of the new galleries in the Michael Lee Chin crystal. The building of the Michael Lee Chin crystal was part of the Renaissance ROM project, which was a 3-part project. It was renovation of galleries in our heritage building, the creation of an addition, which was the Michael Lee Chin crystal, and then the building of some new galleries in the heritage building. So this was phase 2. The Renaissance ROM program started in 2001 and is pretty much wrapped up in 2010. And this building, the Michael Lee Chin crystal, was opened June 2nd, 2007. So the Michael Lee Chin crystal was designed by world-famous architect Daniel Libeskind. It's 5 interconnected crystals. The story of how he came up with the idea is he was attending a wedding here at the ROM and saw and was inspired by our mineral collection. And so he based the design for the Michael Lee Chin crystal on some of the crystalline minerals he saw.
I hope you enjoyed learning a little more about the Royal Ontario Museum. It is undoubtedly one of Toronto's landmarks, and I hope that you will pay them a visit soon. There is truly much more to learn. For the Journal, I'm Michael Warner.
Hey, you know what, Omar? I might actually go down and check that out. That thing looked pretty cool.
I admit that it is. I mean, it is a $30 million exhibit. Anyways, good job, Mike. So You Think You Could Dance Canada is one of the most popular dance television shows on TV right now. In our next story, producer Leo Zhao features choreographer Jennifer Abbey, who choreographed a segment of one of the shows. Let's check it out.
Again, here. Hit, up, right, left, push, down, cut, down, hit, here, hit, push, up, pull, down,
I started dancing when I was around, I'm gonna say 6, just to be safe. And I wanted to be like Karen Kane, which is this amazing ballerina. And I just didn't have the feet for it. Like I took ballet up till I was like 11, and no, actually I was still 12. And at that point I was getting to points. And my teacher she wasn't saying discouraging me, but she was just telling me I'm gonna have a really hard time doing this. So I should maybe branch off into tap, which I also took tap, or other things. And after that, family, personal life came into play, you know, parents had to split up and everything. So I stopped dancing for a while. And when I got back into it, it happened to be hip hop.
Dancing till you do these moves. Yeah, switch it up. I'm J Beautiful, I'm Hollywood bound. If you ain't got the dough, then you gotta turn around. I'm heavy on the street. My hips don't miss a beat. I'm feeling myself. Yeah. Stroking the ego. No, you don't wanna battle me. I spin you twice around, get you all dizzy.
I started taking hip hop when I was 15 at a studio called DLM, and a year later I got extremely good apparently, and I started teaching little kids. And after that, like 16, I worked at Extreme Fitness teaching like the hip hop classes there, and I've been with both studios ever since, so it's been a while.
So we just kick, here, hit. Here, this way. Kick, snap, kick, and snap, kick, snap, 2, 3, 4, come on, 2, excellent! Ow!
And don't listen to what anybody says about your dancing, about whatever. It's good to take constructive criticism, but a lot of times people are hoping to see you fail. So you have to remember to keep your mind on what your goal is, because only you can see where you want to be. Nobody else can see where you want to be. You either win with me or you watch me win, you know? So don't let anybody try to take that away from you. So just be persistent. Thinking you can do it, believing yourself, and just going for it. You have nothing to lose, right? You have nothing to lose. So you just go for it, just do it. Huge condo with windows from the top to the bottom on the lakeshore with thousands in my bank account and millions in a Swiss account. I'm just joking. I hope, but I just see myself continuing, and I see blossoms. Lots of good things and great things happening. Maybe a movie deal, maybe you know, along with a recording contract. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, engaged.